So if we do something like that for the intro, yeah, that might work out really cool.
Okay.
How's that?
Seemed okay to
You think they'll like it?
I think they'll love it.
Yes. So guys, it's Jake with Team Tactical coming at you with a special comparison video. Today, we are looking at two different handguns that you requested us to review side by side. We're looking at the Keltec P17 and the Taurus TX22. Both of these have been around for maybe 2 or 3 years now at this point. Very similar in both form and function. Today, we're going to do a quick comparison of pros and cons of each one to help you decide which one may be the best choice for you. Clear, all that good stuff. One there.
Unloaded clear.
Yeah, see it?
Oh, yes.
Dry fire. Both of these are very similar, both chambered in 22 long rifles, 16 rounds of mag plus one in chamber, hence P17 and 22. Why would you want one or the other? There are some very distinct differences between this and the P17. Let's talk about the similarities first, and then we'll get into a little bit where they diverge from there. Obviously, both guns hold 16 rounds in each mag. They both can hold a light or laser at the bottom. They both have Picatinny style rails, very similar to each other there, as you can see. In fact, they also both have a special adapter on their barrels to actually make it 1/2x28 threading, so you can put a suppressor on there. This is the P17 with just the thread cover on there. And this is the TX22 with the actual adapter on there. They both come with a similar thing like that. You'd actually be able to put a suppressor on either one of these. As far as trigger pull goes, quick trigger simulation. TX22 trigger, we've done it before, but a little bit loosey-goosey, nothing there. You feel right here about 5-6 pounds, and then it just is a nice soft click. Quick reset right there. Comes forward a little bit, and then it clicks, and you can pull it right there again, immediately at the wall. P17. So you pull here, again, very similar, kind of loosey-goosey there, and then you feel the full pull there, more, and then you've got, again, about the same way, about 5-6 pounds, release slowly. This one seems to come up forward a little bit more, and you hear a very soft, subtle click with the P17. And you pull again, it's got a little bit more wiggle room to come back. Now, is that going to be really an issue? Probably not, because you're shooting 22 long rifle. This isn't like really going to be a defensive handgun, more or less. Feels a little bit softer and smoother. Feels a little stiffer up front. So if you think of it as like a decline or an incline on a hill, the TX22 starts out a little bit stiffer, and then the actual incline is a lot lighter, you know, not as much incline. Whereas the P17, it starts out really low, not much pull at all to actually get the trigger back, but it has a much steeper incline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So it starts out not needing much pull weight at all, but then as you pull...
we could make for those inclined, the x-axis time and the y-axis is increasing pressure before snap of trigger. Oh wait, we don't do science here, my bad.
The trigger reset on the TX22, very obvious feel and audible click. And then on the reset of the P17, very subtle, quiet, and a soft vibration of feeling the reset. So
I feel like this one is a lot, the tolerances are a little loosey-goosey, it's a little softer, a little looser, as it were. A little more pliable. This guy's a little more stiff, a little tighter.
TX22 roughly comes in roughly about $220, $250. P17 MSRP is technically $200. Sometimes you find it for a little bit more, sometimes for a little bit less. So just, you gotta look around. P17 mag. Like I said, it holds 16 rounds, but there's no like little assistive tab to help pull down the actual follower to help assist with loading. You just got to be a man about it and do it yourself. This right here, Taurus TX22, you'll notice we got fully loaded. There's a little tab that sticks out there, a little button, if you will. You can actually pull that down, and it actually pulls the spring back for you, so that way it makes it a little bit easier to load one round at a time.
Let's try each other's magazines in the ones.
Trying to put a P17 mag in the Taurus TX22 does not work. They did not.
Well, isn't that lucky for us?
In case you were wondering that.
We were wondering.
Right here, I'm going to kind of overlay these a little bit here. You're going to see that the P17 clearly is a little bit of a shorter boy than the Taurus TX22. Keep in mind, we do have the 1/2x28 adapter on the TX22. Regardless, pay attention to the slides. You'll see that clearly the TX22 still has another, what, 1/2 inch maybe 3/4 of an inch
Something
length.
of that nature.
Yeah, overall on the P17. Other differences, this one comes with a stock fiber optic front sight and blacked out rear sight. Obviously, the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. The TX22 comes with just a 3 white dot sight all around there, but you still have your elevation and windage adjustment in the rear. Both of these have a safety, a manual thumb safety there. If I can adjust it, I don't really use a safety. Right there.
Let's do that take again.
So there's your thumb safety there for the TX22. You pull down to make it go, and everyone's having fun. This one here is a little bit more obvious. You've got red for go. If you were to rack it and then you put the safety up, obviously it's not going to shoot. It's a dead trigger. Pull that down. Red means you're ready to go. A little bit easier to understand how that one works than the freaking, what would you call this? It's the freaking Halo Covenant safety or something, where on their handguns might look like a weird trapezoid polygonal shape.
It's very 80s. I got to give it that, and I kind of like it for that reason. But it's because of the black modeling. It reminds me of kind of Geiger art, and you might not know that name, but it's Aliens. You know, that style of art with like all the tentacles and stuff. You see what I'm saying now?
I'm all about the tentacles. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Bigger boy is heavier than small boy, right?
Uh-huh.
Big, small. Big, small. Here is the thing. Let me tell you why I think I may.
Oh.
To me, the Taurus TX22 really is a good training handgun. When you first pick it up and grip it, it's a good full-size grip. I like full size. Feels very similar to a Smith & Wesson M&P. You can get plenty of purchase space here for your offhand here to kind of provide support. You've got a nice little shelf right here to put your thumb, almost like a gas pedal, sort of ish. And that provides you a little bit more help with recoil stability. Not that you're going to have a lot of recoil with 22 in the first place, but training. I see the TX22 as the best choice for a training option. Now, if you want something that's a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, maybe you're going out somewhere and you might have a worry about some coyotes or something, getting your chickens or something like that, you can get a little something like this, keep in your pocket, stowed away, easy to carry, super lightweight, same capacity, and you've got this as an option with a fiber optic front to make it a little bit easier to see. That being said, obviously the TX22 you can swap out sights, but I'm just saying, coming in stock like this, it's a little bit nice. Training wise, I don't know if it's a good tool for that. Is it fun? Yes. It might be good for like a light caliber handgun for something like varmints and things like that. It can almost be even like to just get someone introduced to handguns.
What's the actual price point difference in these two?
Okay, P17,
Yes.
MSRP, $200.
200.
That one, 240, 250-ish.
Call it 250 for ease of thought. That's $50 more. You want to say that?
Sure.
So that is a complete 25% increase on value required to purchase this firearm. Now, I agree with what you say. Very well made. I actually do like the very underpronounced stippling. It's not intrusive. The thing to be said about that is this is plasticky, feels like an 80s toy, pardon me for using the word, and honestly it could rotate in my hand if somebody were to try to take it from me pretty easily. I mean, I've got pretty good grip strength, but like you really need, I mean, it's 22, so it's not like it's going to jump out on you, but I don't know. I don't love the grip. I guess that's what I'm trying to say ultimately. You can't complain too much as it is a little Target 22 for $200. For the price point between the two, I've got to say though, at a 25% increase in value, especially since you can do the same thing with the muzzles. It's $200 in value, and it feels that way. That's not a slight against it. For a functioning firearm that's accurate, fun to shoot, and has a glow sight, this is the way to go, I have to say.
So in my opinion, the P17 is good if you're a little bit tighter on cash, but you want something that's capable and reliable. However, if you want something that's a little bit closer to a training handgun, I'll definitely go with the Taurus TX22. So there you have it. Brent loves the Keltec P17. I seem to really favor the Taurus TX22. Really, that's our personal takes. Obviously, they both have pros and cons, similarities and differences with each one of these. I think either way, no matter which one you actually end up with, I think you'll be happy.
I think you're right.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video today. Remember, if you enjoy this content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Brent likes the P17. I like the TX22. Which one do you think is the better option? We'd love to hear from you. We will see you. I'm not going to do it. We will see you next time.
I actually do purchase handguns that way.
Handguns?
Handguns that face turkeys.
Your handguns has a knife.
Says your handguns are here.
Your hands in France, the handguns are here.
Oh my God.